Hey y'all, I'm over here doing some thinking and I just wanted to come stop through and give y'all a little piece of what's on my mind. Today, I wanted to talk to you all about the importance of having a business plan and having advertising. Okay, here's the thing, people. I understand that marketing your business is one of the most important parts of a business plan. You may manufacture the best product in your industry, but if no one knows about your product or service, your company will not make sales. That's brand awareness. People have to be aware of your brand in order to purchase your brand. And your brand is your reputation. That's everything that surrounds your product or your service. Okay. Now, I know business owners look for a balance among marketing their products and their other costs of running a business. And I get it. Of all the tangible things that your business needs to function, marketing may be on the list of least tangible things, but you can put your hands all over that money that you make from people connecting with you and enjoying your product or your service. See me, I have a start with the end goal in mind. I'm out here at the lake right now, just looking around, thinking, just wanted to share some thoughts with you all. So you may hear some things in the background, some animals and people fishing, so forth. It's a beautiful sight though. But yeah, I have a start with the end in mind. Outlook. You see things from the end to the beginning, and you begin to work things out from start to finish, connecting each dot along the way until the picture is a complete reality. Now, for instance, your business. It's like a computer. Your business should be self-running, self-performing. But in order to get your business up and running, even if you have the right hardware, you still need good software to help optimize your business's performance. Hello Neighbor Media is that software that you need. It has a low cost, has a good reputation. No one has gotten hoodwinked. We do good business. We offer performance guarantees in certain situations, certain instances. We offer relevant industry experience in advertising, namely. But we also work in the area of business consultation. And Hello Neighbor Media is excellent with networking. We're prepared to listen and learn about the customers, their business, their audience. A lot of big businesses, first of all, to even have a meeting or talk with them, you're going to have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars to even have a sit down and have a session. Then once they get your business, a lot of them won't even sit down with you, especially now in the times of COVID. So you're probably going to be giving your information over to a nameless person. It may be something automated. It may be where you just type in your information into a data form. They get that information and they make a determination from that. With Hello Neighbor Media, we want to get to know our clients, and we're small enough to be able to do that. Don't have too many clients that's pulling our attention here and there, and we're not some huge, faceless corporate entity with no or very little accountability. No, with Hello Neighbor Media, if you have any issues, any problems, any concerns, you know that you can come to me directly, the owner. I'm prepared to explain things in language that you can understand. And if we don't get it right the first time, then it can be translated again and again. And we can talk until we figure it out and understand exactly what it is that you want your business to do. We can find out your goals and go about making it happen. We're friendly and personable. You don't have to worry about somebody biting your head off or trying to make you feel simple or undermine you. We're not nasty or rude, not money hungry. Come give us a try. We offer free audits and reviews up front. We can look at your business, see what you're doing, and from there, we can come up with a game plan to see how to get from where you are to where you want to be. We understand all the aspects of SEO, which is search engine optimization, and the importance of that. You have to get your business high in the search engine algorithms. We know how to do that. We specialize in knowing exactly which platforms to place your particular business or service. These are things that you may not have knowledge or awareness of, but that's why it's so important to have a team of specialists so that you can have a specialist in each area of your business to perform at its maximum efficiency. And Hello Neighbor Media is located in a city near you. So again, we're not nameless or faceless, and we're near you. We're in your area. We know your area. We know the demographics. We know the culture of the area. So you can actually communicate with us on a level basis, no matter where you may be. And if Hello Neighbor Media is not near you now, we will be coming soon. You can believe that. So I understand those are some of the points that businesses are looking for. And I'm happy to say that we meet these points. Things that you can use in an advertising company. Hello Neighbor Media started in 2016, officially. I've been doing research and development for 5 years. I've been looking at the market, looking at the terrain, looking at the outlook on where things may be going. I've studied marketing gurus, advertising gurus. I've put in extensive time and effort into the business. And now I stand here waiting ready for you. Make Hello Neighbor Media your go-to advertising platform. You won't be disappointed. Get your business up and running. It's perfect for startups. You guys, I wish I can show you what I'm looking at now. It's beautiful. By the same token, I wish I can show you my vision. It's beautiful. I try. I speak to you, but I know I need to come on and be more live or let you hear my vision. I write it down, I put posts and so forth out there, but I think there's a difference with hearing it, as they say, straight from the horse's mouth. So I'm always available if you have any questions or comments. I'm always available for advice. And if you need extensive counseling or help, we can schedule a sit down. We can talk about your company, talk about your goals. I'll tell you, one of the first things that you need is a business plan. A business plan is critical to any business. Your business plan needs to be adaptable so that you can always change it when necessary. But your business plan should have your goals, your company structure. Your business plan should have your products, your services. It should touch on your market, your potential customer base. The business plan should have your financial information. Your business plan should basically entail everything that has to do with your business. Any and everything that's relevant to your business, it should be included. However, it's not all necessary, but a business plan mainly is to help you stay focused and for you to be able to take inventory of your business, where it is, where it needs to be. But mainly people use their business plans, the actual utilization, the utility of their business plans. They use it a lot of time to gain finances. So your business plan is going to be able to show credence or proof that your business is able to thrive or at least be sustainable. So the question becomes, is your business able to pay back the money if we were to give your business money? That's basically the main premise as it pertains to banks, finance, and lenders. They want to be able to walk through your business plan. Of course, one of the first sections or the main sections that they're going to go to is your finances. These companies want to know how much you're making or how much you can stand to make. And the thing about it is that banks, really any lender, pretty much any lender is not going to lend you money or credit you money unless you don't need the money. It's quite ironic. So mainly, I think as you think about your business plan and financing your business, banks and lenders are there for growth. They're not there really to help you sustain or maintain or, usually they'll only be interested in helping you sustain your business if it's plummeting in some regard, if you can prove that finances are basically the only reason that your business isn't doing well. They have to see that if you have this amount of money that we lend you, will you be able to make at that point enough profit to pay us back plus interest? Probably. Most assuredly, there'll be some kind of a payoff for these banks and creditors, these lenders. Very few places are into giving you money for free. Okay. Now, this is the traditional approach to things. Now, there's a lot of ways to make money. You can crowdsource, crowdfund some money. You can get angel investors who would want a portion of your business. Everybody, for the most part, wants something out of it. Very few people out here giving out free money, even if it's an altruistic endeavor. They want you to support a cause that's important to them, whoever this investor may be. So, when I first started my business, I went out and did some research. I even went to the bank, talked to some people to try to find out, what the banks desired in order to give money. But that's what I was told, As I went from this place to the next, I quickly learned that banks they're not interested in giving you money unless you don't need it. If you don't need money and you're just saying, hey, I don't need you, but I just want to grow my business, I want to get a new piece of equipment or something like that so that I can increase my productivity, and I'm showing positive numbers already, I'm doing well for myself. Those are the type of businesses that banks want to lend money to. And I'm just being honest with you, and I'm trying to save you a lot of time, a lot of hassle. Because like I said, I put in a fair amount of research into these matters. Okay? All right. So, like I was saying, this is a traditional business plan format. Okay? Now, if you're very detail oriented, you may want a comprehensive business plan. And it, like I said, mainly it depends on how you plan on getting finances from these different lenders. Okay. But when you write a business plan, you don't have to stick to the exact business plan outline. Instead, you can use sections that make the most sense to your business needs. Okay. Now, you can use a combination of traditional means, and you can go freestyle and do it your own way. It's totally up to you. The business plan is for your own knowledge. until you're going to get money, and then you have to, of course, design it the way that your lender wants to see it. Whatever is easiest on their eyes, so they can get to the information that they need in order to make a determination as to whether or not they would want to finance you or allow you to borrow any money. Okay. There's traditionally 9 sectors. We can get to that. I'm not so much concerned about the structure outline. I'm not into nitpicking and trying to be really stringent on theory and so forth. Or well, actually, I'm pretty big on theory, but textbook is not really the way that I see things going now. Of course, there's need and there's usefulness in having a textbook outlook, but you really want to try to use that as a moniker, or use that as almost like a outline or a template, and still be able to move from there to create your own thing. Okay. So let's get to it. In the executive summary of the business plan, you briefly tell readers what your company is and why it would be successful. Include your mission statement, your product or service, your basic information about your company, the leadership team, employees, location, and you should also include brief financial information and high-level growth plans if you want to get financing. Okay. So, for instance, with Hello Neighbor Media, we are a professional, community-based small business solutions and advertising business dedicated to programs promoting the best local small businesses. And Hello Neighbor Media is basically turning into the go-to place for all event planners, hosts, networking, advertisers, event managers, etc. And we have plans to actually create a marketplace where you can go and find all the best local and national small business products. And they'll all be organized by search and filter. So you can find exactly what you want, where you want it. And we also personalize in personal consultative services, strategic management, assistance, and creating exposure for your business, reviews as well as intermediary services, counseling, mediation, and so forth. We can give you a website or presence and increase your already existing online fame. And as I said, right now we're in the Southeast, and we'll be expanding throughout the United States and then going internationally. Now, the next section, company description. You use your company description to provide detailed information about your company. Go into details about the problems that your business solves. Be specific and list out the consumers, organization, businesses your company plans to serve. Explain the competitive advantages that will make your business successful. Are there any experts on your team? Have you found the perfect location for your store, your company? Your company description is the place to boast about your strengths, basically. Now, as far as Hello Neighbor Media, it's all in the vision. I've discussed the business plan and the vision with my business partner. And we've also had our business evaluated by the Small Business Administration, and also developed with my cousin. He's my older cousin, so he's kind of like an uncle to me, but he's been a Microsoft developer for 25 years. So utilize all the help that you can possibly get. You never know, the type of team that you have until you go forward with putting those people together and seeing what kind of collective knowledge you can gain from that. All right. So the next section, well, actually, you know what? As I want to go ahead and tell you about Hello Neighbor Media while I'm going through the section. So let's do it. Like I said, I'm pretty much freestyling this. I just wanted to come by and tell you some things that were on my mind. Okay. But gone are the days of building a shop and waiting for someone to pass by and say, I think I'll try it. A little bit will help promote and grow your business. A little bit of advertising, a little bit of marketing. Now, you don't want to go broke and try to do too much without actually tending to the substance of the business. That won't help much. So you need to make sure your advertising dollars, as well as any dollars spent in your business, are actually going to hopefully go towards either your bottom line or sustaining your business with things that it actually needs. And I will tell you, contrary to what may be popular belief, your company, it needs advertising. There's no two ways about it. An advertising company is like putting gas in your car. You can have this nice, shiny vehicle with all the bells and whistles, but if you don't have gas in that car, it's not going anywhere. No one will see it. It will remain in your yard, and nobody will see it unless you go and get the few people that are around you to come and check out your beautiful car. Don't leave it on empty. So give that pretty car some gas so your business can get seen by more than just your neighborhood, family, and friends. The next section is market analysis. You'll need a good understanding of your industry outlook and target market. Competitive research will show you what other businesses are doing and what their strengths are. In your market research, look for trends and themes. What do successful competitors do? Why does it work? Can you do it better? Now is the time to answer these questions. Over 50% of small businesses fail in the first year, and 95% fail within the first 5 years. Why does this happen? Well, I've studied it. The reasons are a lack of experience and insufficient capital or money. Some other reasons are the math doesn't work, the product or the service demand price is not profitable enough, or the owners or the founders have problems with either stubbornness or maturity, the inability to communicate with each other. Or you have out of control growth, meaning you can't determine what your growth is going to be from one quarter to the next. Or poor accounting can devastate a business. If you're making $60,000 in a certain venture every year, but it's costing you $80,000 to delve into this business every year, then you're losing $20,000 every year from your business. Now, if you have a humongous business, this is just hypothetical. But if you have a humongous business and say your business is making millions, $1 million or $2 million a year, a number like 80,000 may not, it may or may not stand out to you, but depending on who your accountant is, they may look at that and say, well, we have 60,000 coming in from this venture, but they're if they're a haphazard accountant, they may not realize that, okay, we have $80,000 going out though. So we're losing this money. And if they don't keep up with those type of things, then that $20,000 that you're losing eventually can become a problem. And especially if your business suffers any kind of loss in sales or economic, or who knows, a natural disaster or anything, and it brings your profits way down, or you need to exert some money somewhere else, and now you're only down to a couple $100,000 in your business. Now you're going to feel every time that $20,000 is lost. So keep up with your finances is what I'm saying, and make sure you have a good accountant. A lack of cushion or a lack of extra money or resources to help just in case hard times do come, that can be one of the main things that destroys a business. Operational mediocrity, meaning you're just getting by. Okay, you need repeat customers, yeah, but you also need referrals in order to increase your business, and of course advertising. Whatever you're getting now, you may have enough customers now, but what if you lose some customers? Whether due to competition or maybe they just don't have the means or whatever. You need to make sure that you're constantly growing your customer base. Okay. Another thing is operational inefficiency. And this means that your operation isn't performing at its optimal level. Maybe you could be doing 100,000 a year and you're only doing 20,000 a year. And maybe you're doing 20,000 a year because you don't have advertising. You haven't spent any money in advertising. That can really destroy your business potential. Okay. Another thing that a lot of people don't think about, and you really need to think about it starting from the beginning, because you never know what may happen, but you need to think of succession. So a lack of succession planning, basically that means someone to pass the business down to, can be completely detrimental to your business brand and your business existence or survival. You have to have, someone, whether it's a child or a great business partner or a friend or a family member, somebody, you need someone to pass your business down to in case something happens to you, in case you're incapacitated, or in case you pass. You really never know. So you have to take in consideration your mortality, your businesses, or you should hope that your business lives longer than you do. So plan accordingly. Another thing is decline in market. I touched on that a little bit earlier, but a decline in market can touch a number of your parts of your business. I mean, it's directly related to your finances. Sales pretty much solves problems as long as you're making a profit. But if you can't gain those sales and you don't have the right market, then you're not going to go very far. Okay. And so you need to make sure you have a checklist, or you look into these things to make sure that you're adequately ready for whatever may come. Okay. Now, let's go on to the next thing. Well, let me touch on this real quick. All right, more than anything, word of mouth, it counts when it comes to small business advertising. So it's not surprising that every single customer you would want to have a positive experience, especially when you're in small business. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Here are the limitations of an advertising company. Now, where the limitations of my advertising company kick in, the consultative part also kicks in. Okay, let me tell you why. The limitations of an advertising company are your business. Okay? So, if an advertising company gets a customer to you, that's fine. That's all well and good. I can get you a lot of customers. But once those customers come to you, what experience are they having? Okay? You want to make sure that they have a positive experience, because once they have that experience, again, I can mediate if they post any discontent. If they tell me or they tell you, we can work it out. And that's part of the Hello Neighbor Media motto, is to help businesses, not just leave them hanging, right? So once this customer has an experience with you, though, if they go and have a bad experience and then tell their friends or their neighbors, that's outside of my control. One of the best things that you want a business or anybody, a customer, to do if they have a bad experience is to tell you, because at that point you can fix it. The worst thing is for them to say nothing and then just go out and just start spreading negativity about your business. Okay, so that's why it's so critical to have positive reviews, because each one of these customers that you have an experience with, you're not like a Walmart. You can't just afford to have bad customers left and right, because eventually your reputation is going to be like devastated. It's going to be severely diminished if you have customers who are constantly saying negative things about your business. It's just not going to work very well that way. Okay, so I just had to touch on that for a moment. But Hello Neighbor Media is here to help people build each other and not tear each other down. So we will be able to talk to the customer, see what the problem was. Maybe there's something that can be corrected. And if it can be, then we can go ahead and make that happen. And at that point, the customer can then go back and say, well, hey, I did have a good experience. May have had a little, misunderstanding or something, but at the end of the day, everything was resolved and the service was good. All right. All right, next is the organization and management. Okay. You need to tell how your company will be structured and who will run it. It goes back to kind of what I was saying before about succession, but this is the current, analysis of that. And so within that, you want to describe the legal structure of your business. State whether you have or you intend to incorporate your business as a C or S corporation, or if you want to form a limited partnership or a sole proprietorship or LLC, or you could even do a business as a DBA, doing business as. I'll have resources. You can look it up, but if you have any questions, I'm always here. I'm always available. I'm always posting something that's helpful for business owners, just material information that they can tap into these resources and just use it as a learning portal. Okay. Use an organizational chart to lay out who's in charge of what in your company. Show how each person's unique experience will contribute to the success of your venture. Consider including even resumes of your key members on your team. And that also helps you to spread this out for periodicals if you happen to do interviews, or for company information. Sometimes on websites you may want to have an about section and list out the credentials of each person in the leadership position. All of these things are, help you to seem legitimate. Next is your service or your product line. Describe what you sell or what services you offer, and explain how it benefits your customers and what the product life cycle looks like. Share your plans for intellectual property like copyright or patent filings for your logo and so forth. And if you're doing research and development for your services or product, explain it in detail, somewhat like I'm doing now, but always be willing to give a reason why people should deal with you, and show yourself as an expert in that industry. One of the best things to do as far as advertising is going out and showing yourself as an expert, meaning you go and do podcasts, you put out blogs, publications, posts, just showing yourself, that showing your customers and potential customers that you do know what you're talking about, you understand your business, and that's how you're going to be able to provide value to your customer. All right. Okay. Well, at this point, actually, there's a few more sections. Of course, there's the financial section, okay, of your business, and within the financials of your business, I touched on that. You want to tell the banks and so forth your financial standing, what it is that you can do. You'll be able to tell within that section how much money you make, how much money you intend to make, how much money you need, and how much money that you'll be able to make from that money that you're getting from them. Numbers talk. I can go through a whole series on that, really, but I'll go more in depth because, of course, money, talking numbers and so forth, can be detailed. So I don't want to throw out things that what may be good for one may not be good for another. But basically, it's supply and demand, and if you have the right demand and you're able to supply it, and ultimately the equation equals profits or bottom line. Okay. All right, marketing and sales. All right, there's no single way to approach a marketing strategy. Your strategy should evolve and change to fit your unique needs, your company needs, okay? Now, your goal in this section should be to describe how you'll attract and retain customers. You'll also describe how a sale will actually happen. You'll refer to the section later when you make financial projections, so you'll be sure that you thoroughly describe your complete marketing and sales strategies, okay? You see how this goes hand in hand with the finances, okay? Banks look at it that way too. If you don't show that you have a marketing or advertising strategy, banks already know, especially this day and age, they know that you need this to be competitive. There's no way that you can't have a marketing strategy and just assume that your business is going to do very well unless it's already doing well in a particular market where there's very little growth, in a small town where there's just, you are the sole farmer, or that's where people are getting their food from. But aside from that, people have options. You have to show how you'll be able to make yourself available and to these customers, and you'll have to show how you'll be visible. Now, there's a number of models that you can use for your marketing and for actually getting money. You can go anywhere from giving things away for free, like a freemium model, and that's basically where you sell a free product or a plan and then convert some of them to a paid plan, and then the majority you'll still have for free. And then you can go all the way down to, getting money from an angel investor. You can sell it to Google. As far as like your ads, you can, well, I ain't gonna say sell, but you can buy ads. It's weird because I say buy ads, but there's two ways that you can do ads now. Okay, you can be the buyer of the ad, meaning you buy an ad to put on Google and you're putting your ad out there on Google for a certain cost, right? Or you can be the company who has other companies that want to advertise on your page. Okay, so you can buy ads or you can sell ads depending on your following and depending on your website and so forth. But there are a number of ways that you can get money, and there are a number of ways that you can connect with your audience. I would say Hello Neighbor Media would be the best way to go. And Hello Neighbor Media would get you out there on all the different platforms, whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Yup, whatever you need to get your product or service out there, wherever the customers are, that's where Hello Neighbor Media places you. Okay, and so at that point, you'll be able to, like I said, it's all going to either develop your business so it can be self-sustaining, or where you can get funding. And now, as you continue to develop your business plan, you'll actually be able to see where your funding requirements are. Okay, and that's also why it's so important to write down everything that pertains to your business. And all of this is geared towards writing your business plan. Write down everything, every little note, everything that you can think of, every amount that you spend, every amount that you earn. Keep a tally of all of these things, because all of this is what goes into creating a good business plan. Okay? And you'll be surprised how much you can learn from what you've already gone through. And as a business owner, I can tell you, you'll go through so much stuff, and what may be big and seem like a big deal right now, later on, it may still be a big deal, but you'll forget about it. You'll forget that you even had this experience. And, if you think about it, you'll remember it. But at the time that you're creating a business plan or you need this information, you may not have it available readily. And if you don't have this information readily available to you, then you can't use it. You need to write down all your notes, everything about your business, everything about your sales, about your demographics, the people that you're trying to sell to, because it helps you get a wider, broader understanding of who your potential customers would be based on the ones that you've already had. Understand your customers. It's necessary. Okay, now let's move on. Because all of this goes into, like I said, the business plan and the funding. Okay, but it also goes into your own knowledge of your business and just being aware of your business. And I'm telling you, the more you know about your business, the more you retain in your business, the more you write down about your business, the more you'll be knowledgeable in your industry, knowledgeable about your business. I'm telling you what works, okay? I don't want to beat that into the hole, but I'm telling you what works. So finally, with your business plan, now after you've written your business plan, then you want to go ahead and start requesting funding. And with that, you want to have your financial projections. Okay, so If you're asking for funding, okay, this is where you outline your funding requirements. Okay, your goal is to clearly explain how much funding you'll need over the next 5 years and what you'll use it for. You need to specify whether you want debt or equity. Okay, those are the terms that you want applied. Okay, and the length of time your request will cover. All right, within that, you want a detailed description of how you'll use your funds. Specify if you need funds to buy equipment or material, pay salaries, or cover expenses or bills until you have a revenue increase. And always include a description of your future strategic financial plans, like paying off debt or selling your business. Think about all of these things. Think about things, even if you don't plan on doing them. Think about contingency plans. Okay? Sometimes you need to think about something to know that it's a bad idea, even if you think initially that it's a bad idea. Explore your options. Always explore your options. Okay? Now, on with the financial projections of the request. You need to supplement your funding request with financial projections. Okay, your goal is to convince the lender that your business is stable and it will be a financial success. Nobody wants to finance a financial failure. Okay. Now, if your business is already established, include income statements, balance sheets, cash flow statements for the last 3 to 5 years. Now, if you have other collateral you could be putting down against a loan, make sure to list that too. All right, provide a prospective financial outlook, okay, and include the forecast of income statements as well, and balance sheets and cash flow statements and capital expenditure budgets too. Now, for the first year, be even more specific and use quarterly or even monthly projections. You can fine tune it within the first year, and make sure to completely and clearly explain your projections and match them to your funding request. Okay, and this will be a good place to use graphs and charts and tell the financial story of your business as well. Okay, make it personal in a sense. All right. Now, at the end of the business statement, you can add an appendix and provide supporting documents or other materials that was specially requested, or you can have common items such as your credit history, resumes, product pictures, letters of reference, licenses, permits, patents, legal documents, permits, logos, other contracts, all these things you can put in the appendix, just extra material. All right, y'all. I don't want to hold you too long. I know I've been going for a little while now, but I just wanted to come through and tell you what was on my mind, give you something to think about, check in, let y'all understand and know who you're dealing with. This is Larry Griffin, the owner and founder of Hello Neighbor Media. I'll be posting this on a number of platforms, so feel free to like it, share it, and look forward to more content, more information. If you like this, if you really like it, if you have any comments or suggestions, concerns, feel free to comment and let me know. I'm here for you. If there's anything that I can do to be better, you let me know, and I'll do the very best that I can to make sure that your business, as well as our community, is a success. So keep in mind, y'all, it's all for one and one for all over here in Hello Neighbor Media Land. And I look forward to making you the best business that you can possibly be. All right, y'all be blessed and take care.